I mean, my parents weren't believers. And I met this girl in high school and she started sharing the gospel with me. I just really wanted to go out on a date. And she was like, I'm not dating you. You don't know Jesus. And I was like, I'm not very good at not being religious. And you want me to be religious too. And, it went around and around and around, but I was pretending it wasn't having impact. But she knew I was smoking pot, dealing drugs. I wasn't walking nowhere near God. But while she thought the message was basically bouncing off of me, what she didn't know, I was wearing a mask, and behind that mask, it was having a huge impact in my life. And so I learned now as I share the gospel with people and they look very stoic and like there's no response, I know behind the mask that God can do amazing things. And he did it. I'd go to bed at night and toss and turn and go, what if this is true? What are you doing with your life? Where are you going to end up? And I had an encounter with God one night. I was with her at a church service and I heard this voice speaking to me that if I would give him one chance with my life, he would change everything. And it was a mess. I was in and out of jail. I was facing prison time. My life was a mess. And I thought, this is what happens when you do drugs. You start hearing voices. And so I told her, I said, did you hear that? And she goes, what? And I was like, never mind. And this voice just kept speaking to me. And finally, instead of driving her home from the church, I drove over to the parking lot of the church she attended. And I had visited with her and just gave my heart to the Lord. And everything changed. I mean, the trajectory of my life went from darkness to light in an unbelievable way.